we interrupt our regular scheduled programming for another great episode of Cocktails, Mocktails, and Conversation. I feel every great conversation is had over a meal or a cocktail or a mocktail, and these conversations take on their own life and travel into unique directions, which is what truly matters and something I value very much. Periodically, I will be putting on my party pants, pouring myself something refreshing to drink, and inviting a guest or two or three to just see where the words take us. In the episode of Cocktails, Mocktails, and Conversations this month, I invited back three of my favorite guests, Carrie Moody, Nicole Rodriguez, and Dave Sherotski. March is National Nutrition Month, and we are talking about how we are celebrating and sharing thoughts on how influencers have changed the nutrition landscape. Cheers. All right, so excited for another episode of Mocktails, Cocktails, and Conversation. And I have got Nicole with us tonight. Hey, Nicole.
Good evening.
How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I am good. What are you drinking tonight, my dear?
You know what? Tonight I am drinking a Trader Joe's peppermint tea, but I would like to tell you I hopped off the wagon on my vacation last week. No. So I think there's hope. There's hope for Philly. Yeah.
Oh.
What'd you have?
I had a lot of things. I didn't feel anything because I ate so much food, but just letting you know, putting it out there, Philly, I think we can party a little bit.
Yes. Yes. And you had a tropical getaway, so it was lovely.
I did. Yes, I did.
Awesome. Well, I'm so glad there's hope for Off the Wagon in Philly. That's going to be exciting.
Always hope.
And we've got Carrie. Hey, Carrie.
Hey, baby. ¿Qué pasó?
How is the AZ, girl?
Oh, it was hot today. It was 78 degrees.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. Was
I'm
warm.
so jealous.
Yeah.
That is warm. That's good, though. We can all be jealous of you. What are you drinking tonight?
Tonight, I am drinking Two Hands Sexy Beast. Ooh. It's a wine.
What is that? It's wine.
Cabernet Sauvignon. I can't even pronounce it, but it's red and it's good.
Awesome. Yeah. Are you in your closet?
I'm not in my closet.
Okay. I always have to check because the first time we did our podcast, you were in your closet.
Well, yeah, my older kids are at Disneyland, and it's just the little one, and he's, on YouTube right now. So YouTube Kids. So
oh, good.
Do you have a walk-in closet at least, or are you in like some closet with like the vacuum cleaner and like some coats?
Yes, it's my bedroom closet. Ass.
So it's a walk-in?
It's a walk-in?
It's a walk-in, yes.
Carrie, is anything new with
like
you?
You're sitting all sad in like some little hallway closet.
She doesn't live like that, Dave. No. Come on.
Jeez.
Carrie, have you gone on any tropical vacations, or have you done anything exciting lately, or what's new with you?
No, my life sucks right now. The last vacation I took was, the last trip I took was just up to the snow up north with the kids, and that was a lot of work. So I wouldn't really call it a vacation, but waiting when my husband gets back in August, I'm planning to go somewhere tropical. I just don't know where yet. So
awesome. Yeah. You and him?
Yeah. Well, just me at least.
Good. Just you. Bye.
Hello. Nice to see you. It's been real. Bye.
Your turn.
Yeah. So.
And we've got Dave from the Boo. We've got our non-dietitian, but almost dietitian, DAV, the Food Fetish Friday man, Dave Sherotski. How are you tonight?
God, I am awesome. I wasn't prepared for Nicole's answer, so I actually have a backup drink that I was going to drink for her.
Well, go on ahead, by all means.
Outstanding. Because it is Nicole, as Nicole knows, and Carrie has no idea, it is fucking freezing here in the Northeast. So I decided I needed something warm tonight. So I have two old fashions.
Ooh.
How's your garnish looking?
So it's a cherry and it's an orange peel.
Ooh. Me gusta. I like that.
Very nice.
I didn't torture
two.
them.
Double fisting.
It's pretty basic, but there's two.
Awesome.
Bottoms
and Dave,
up, babe.
I know
Cheers.
what's new with you. Do you want to share with the world your new exciting news?
Yeah, so we had our second son on Valentine's Day.
Yay.
Woo!
So you're sleep deprived, you're drinking, and
Right. So, but the weird thing is he's polar opposite from our first son. So Jackson never slept, never did anything, hated to be put down, cried every second. Bryce is awesome. It's still Jackson that's the problem for the most part. Bryce sleeps, you can sit him in a chair, walk the fuck away, go to the store, do what you got to do. But the last 2 nights, they've been having this little contest where they want to see who could sleep the least. And I'm in this weird place where I've had all this caffeine and I'm exhausted, so I'm just all fucking over the place.
well, this is going to be awesome then. We've got a good variety tonight, I have to say. Well, I am Anne, and I'm your fabulous host for this crazy ass podcast. And I am sitting here drinking wine because I've been drinking wine since about 1 o'clock this afternoon. So I thought I'd just stick with that. And I'm having a little Pinot Noir. It's a Pinot Noir. I don't even know who it's made by. I don't really care. No. But it's delicious. So good. I've had like 2 happy hours with some friends, and yeah. So now I'm gonna hang out with. I finished my night with you, lovelies. So I'm excited.
Going hard.
Yeah, yeah.
I like it.
Day off. I like a day off.
I like your style, Anne.
Yeah.
Wait, you're off tomorrow?
Today. I was off today. I'm working tomorrow. Yeah, that's not fun. But I know I did. Oh well, I can handle it. So I'm excited because it's the beginning of March, and March, as for us dietitians, Dave, if you don't know, March is National Nutrition Month. Have you heard of that before? No. Right. That's what I kind of wonder. What does it freaking mean? So
tell me
National Nutrition Month. I don't know. And that's what I want to talk to you guys about, because I feel like I've been a dietitian for almost 18 years, and I don't really understand why we celebrate National Nutrition Month. Does anybody have any thoughts on that?
Is this a thing outside the industry, or is this only
it's a national, well, I feel like it's created by our national organization, but it's very much publicized across the United States. So I don't know. What do you other dietitians think about it?
Well, I think the Academy's purpose is to highlight the registered dietitian nutritionist as the go-to professional on all things nutrition. So I like the intention, and I think last year they started posting a registered dietitian in Times Square on National Registered Dietitian Day, which I think is March 14th. Actually, one of my former classmates was all lit up in Times Square last year. I thought that was really cool. So I think it's a really great idea to, sort of highlight us, especially given, the topic at hand tonight, the influence of other folks who may not be credentialed at all, doling out nutrition advice. What's different this year is there's not a set theme, and it's my understanding this is the first year there's not an actual theme. So that's what I know. Hope it makes people look at us before looking at their chiropractor or trainer or next door neighbor or neighbor's dog. I don't know who you're getting your nutrition info from now. So good intention, I think.
You would give me lifetime tickets if I went vegan.
Oh, Jesus Christ. That's not good.
Why?
I'm gonna let someone else chime in before I just go all beef to nuts here.
Well, and Nicole, do you talk about National Nutrition Month in your practice? Do you talk about it with clients? Do you talk about it to other humans, or do you kind of focus more on the dietitian part of it?
Yeah, that's such a great question. I'm definitely not like, hey guys, I hope you're honoring me this month. I mean, who's gonna say that? That's weird. So I'm talking about it on the blog this month. And I think, honestly, on social media, I'll highlight it a little bit, but I'm not going to be like, hey, babe, what are we doing for Registered Dietitian Day tonight? Like, what's in it for me tonight? Any beef? I'm not going to, I'm not going to get too nuts with it. What about you? What about you, Carrie? How are you celebrating?
I mean, I celebrate every little stupid holiday, like National Chocolate Cake Day, National Cookie Day. So, I mean, I don't promote it in my business and say it's National Nutrition Month or anything, but I do like the idea behind it. I'm definitely not going to go all gung-ho with it, I don't think. So that's all I really have to say about it.
About National Nutrition Month.
But do your clients know about this? Like, is this something that like you would get gifts from your clients for? Like, is it like a thing? Like,
to be honest, no. To be honest, I never had heard about it until I was doing my dietetic internship to become a dietitian.
I would be pissed off if I were you guys. I would want the gift cards and all the bullshit.
I'm just imagining like a bouquet or something.
You guys are not pushing this well enough.
No, I'm kind of with Dave on this. I feel like
make a bigger deal at, right?
Right. And I feel like being part of my like state organization and being part of the academy, like if we're going to make this a day for dietitians, then we need to make it a day. Like really
teachers clean up.
Right.
Yeah. Well, there you go. I'll take a gift card. I mean, sure.
You guys, I've had clients like recognize me on Registered Dietitian Day. I have.
Really?
Yes,
That's
I
really
have.
nice.
I've gotten flowers and I've gotten like cards and thank yous and things like that. So, I mean, not that it's like well known, but I think probably in my field and where I'm located that it's a little bit more talked about. But for like Dave,
now you outsider, know. So
now I know.
Yeah, you can send all of us some flowers on that day.
Our addresses will be in the show notes.
Make sure you DM me right.
Well, that's why I was curious. I want to know if
Everyone
Dave has ever heard of this. I'll be sending that later. No, but I was curious because I wanted to know if Dave has heard about this as a person that hangs out with dietitians a lot, but doesn't really know a lot about being a dietitian and what that is. So obviously, no.
And not only am I handsome, but I'm also very smart. So I would have heard about this.
Would have. Right. Well, and so it's celebrated all month. And I know that the Academy does a lot of things trying to get like media coverage of it. And us dietitians try to get media coverage of it too. But I think the biggest thing I'm kind of thinking about lately, just with all the stuff in the news about celebrities being our nutrition gurus and influencers, I think the big J-Lo thing lately has been a little crazy. Anyone else with me?
Yes.
Yeah. Wait, what did you say?
J-Lo. Have you heard about J-Lo going on her no-carb diet? Dave,
no.
Have you heard of it?
No, I'd be a serial killer if I went on a no-carb diet.
Yes. So J-Lo recently...
So wait. As dietitians, is this something that you would ever promote?
No. Nicole and Carrie?
I mean...
No.
Is that even a question, Dave? How long we known each other now? Insulted you to ask.
So why is J-Lo doing this?
Because she wanted to get skinny, I'm guessing, for the Oscars. And I think that's what it was.
But she went off of it. I think she went off of it a couple of weeks even before the Oscars, or maybe it was before the Grammys, but I think she like went off of it and then posted some pic of her and A-Rod in like a really bloated post-carb binge, because obviously when you deny yourself of something that you really love for 10 days and someone puts it back in front of you, I guess they did not have much control, and that's not to knock them.
Didn't she have cauliflower
human
pizza
nature.
crust?
Oh my God! Doesn't that save everybody?
Nicole, your post about the whole J-Lo thing. Oh my God, I was dying. It was great. Did you guys?
That was in my stories. I should have saved
that. In her stories, that's what it was.
Stories.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, maybe Nicole, explain your story to us with the JLo post, so people that didn't catch it.
Oh, I was just being a little silly. I said, JLo, for the next 10 days, I have two things that you want. My last name is already Rodriguez. I married into that, and I think I was eating a Pop-Tart, and I was like, your butt might be bigger and better than mine now, but you might be a little deflated in 10 days. So I don't know what happened. I mean, I think she always looks great. I'm like, why are you doing anything? You're 50 years old. Like, what are you trying to prove?
Exactly.
And you know what? I'm with you. Like, I think it's all stupid. Like her challenging Hoda, whatever that she did on that show. But I'm kind of like, why are people paying attention? Like, and why do people get upset about it? Why do we get so passionate about it? I mean, let her do her thing. If she wants to be crazy and cut out carbs, JLo. So sad for you,
Yeah. I think we get, I don't know, personally, I think we get upset because it's like one day JLo was saying that, and then I'm hearing it not amongst kids, but I'm hearing it amongst the moms at my daughter's preschool the next day. So it's just like, it just becomes an annoying reality that has a ripple effect, and with all this celebrity stuff, it's just kind of like, stay in your lane a little bit. I'm not making sex tapes and lip kits. So like, why don't you stop pushing celery juice?
There's the problem.
Like, you know what I mean? Just take it down a couple of notches in your, just stay into your lane. And I think the population in general might be a little better off. I don't know what you all think, but
I'm pro-celery.
Like we don't want Dave to give us nutritional advice, but I would totally take financial advice from Dave. Right?
True.
Carrie, have you got any questions?
Of scotch a day, you'll be fine.
Girl. But Dave, I mean, seriously.
The one that bothered me the most, guys, was the whole I don't know if you guys saw the Brittany Dawn thing. The Brittany Dawn thing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Where she was just scamming people, not to like drag anyone down, but I think there's a difference between giving someone, legit, what's the word I'm looking for? Like individualized nutrition and being a professional about it. But she's what? Somebody that lost weight doing a program or something. And then that's what drives me crazy. You can lose weight and follow a program and then go and promote it to hundreds of people, and it's not going to necessarily have the same effect for everybody. That's just the part that drives me crazy. I'm starting to get hot right now. Just even thinking about it.
Woo!
And
let me take a drink.
Take it off.
Yes. Everybody drink. Well, no, I agree with you about the Brittany Dawn thing because she just totally like, hey, I lost all this weight. She shows these beautiful pictures of her body and whatever is going on. And then she just keeps taking people's money and just keeps taking people's money. And
a part of that was that she was kind of targeting, like looking through her hashtags and stuff. She was kind of targeting people that had eating disorders, which obviously is very, very unethical. Using hashtags like skip dinner, wake up skinny kind of thing.
That's a hashtag?
Yeah.
That's terrible. That's terrible.
So I think that was the part that kind of bothered me the most.
Sorry.
You guys are out of control.
No, I had no idea about that. That's awful.
I didn't know that bit.
Hey, but can I tie the two of these together?
Yes.
What?
So I didn't know that there was a National Nutrition Month. I also wasn't real until I met most of you guys. I didn't really know what a dietitian was versus a nutritionist versus whatever else. So if I don't know that, a lot of people don't know that. So then they go to the first person they see that's actually had results, right?
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
So that's
JLo, Brittany Dawn.
So Dave and I kind of discussed this a little bit over DMs one day when this whole Brittany Dawn thing blew up. One of my first thoughts is, like, do dietitians need better PR? Do we need packaging? Like, I don't know if you guys ever saw the movie or read the book Supermensch. Do you know this guy, Shep Gordon? Do you know who he is? So, like, no. Shep Gordon was Alice Cooper's manager, the singer. He became Teddy Pendergrass's manager, so obviously I'm obsessed. But he's the one who made the Celebrity Chef what the Celebrity Chef is today. He saw that Emeril was totally being taken advantage of, doing whatever he was doing on TV. And he was like, no, you guys are all getting contracts. I'm putting you out there. And he's a publicity master. So, like, the more I think back on all of this stuff and I look at someone like Brittany Dawn, it's like, I don't think it's a matter of a better tan and more sequins, but maybe overall, it might not hurt. Maybe overall, it's like, is it a PR problem that our industry has that we're not visible enough? I don't know what the exact answer is there, but I think that's a part of it.
It's an education problem, absolutely.
Yeah.
But also nobody's going to listen to a pale girl without sequins, so.
True. That's so true.
I mean, right?
It's a fine line.
Feel like I kind of feel like in our industry, we have the same problem, though. I kind of feel like there are certain people that have power over other dietitians that are very easy to influence, that make them think that they need each other or need this person in their life to make them be a good dietitian. Or I don't know. That's just kind of my take sometimes. Like, we struggle within our own profession, let alone with these other people that we're fighting against.
But that's also part of the problem. Most of you dietitians just like to collect a lot of other dietitians as friends. I'm like, the fuck is this?
That is true. I do have a lot of dietitians.
You guys love to jerk each other off.
Yeah, for sure.
So tell me, why do you feel that? Yeah, how many are you? I want to know.
I'm friends with?
Yes.
Two.
How many dietitians are you friends with?
Probably 200 at least.
Because you put food out there, right? You put beautiful, sexy food out there, and that draws us into you.
I like to think it's me, but I guess the food's good.
No, it's definitely the memes. The memes that you send, Dave. It's the memes.
That sounds right, too.
Those are good, too, yes.
That sounds right.
Yeah, I think there's a big struggle. I think there's a big struggle within all industries. But Nicole, I like your point about, maybe we do need more hip and like more progressive PR for people that are trying to make waves as the nutrition expert.
But you have to start with nobody knows what an RD is. Nobody knows what you guys do.
What do you think we do, Dave?
That is my. I have no idea what you guys do.
Well,
you should visit eatright.org and learn more.
Oh, plug it.
Well, we already know that
that's not true. I do know what you guys do, but I feel like the field's so diverse that one of you does something completely opposite that another one does, recommends something different that another one does, that recommends 20 other things that 20 other people do. So I just feel like it's such a big field.
That is, well, you do have a good point.
Mm-hmm. It is fair. And you've said too, Dave, about how there's lots of plant-based dietitians, and then there's beef-loving dietitians like Nicole, and then there's air fryer dietitian-loving people like Carrie.
Fryer.
So we all have our thing, and so it is probably
Carrie,
hard to figure out.
How's your big girl easy bake oven?
Shut up. God, you're such a jerk. That thing is gold. I use it every week. I don't want to hear about it.
Awesome.
You do you.
Hey, I think, Carrie, you make some delicious food. You all make delicious food. I am the one that sucks the worst at making food. So I don't judge any of you. I don't, because I'm terrible. You guys would laugh. I have nothing in my refrigerator except LaCroix, some booze, and like some Fairlife, and I have Fairlife milk. That's about it.
You know what? You have two of my major food groups, Seltzer and Fairlife. Like we're good. I know you have some other dairy hidden away in there. If it's expired, like whatever.
I probably have some cheese. Yeah, I probably have some cheese in there.
Good.
Yeah. And there's always beef in my freezer. You just have to
maybe
make
a summer sausage and a cracker, and like we're good to go.
Some charcuterie. Yeah.
Yeah.
Some Iowa charcuterie.
Yeah, you got all fancy with it.
Yeah, I was just thinking like Lunchable cheese and crackers.
A little nostalgia. I'm good with that too. But I think Dave makes such a good point though. It's not just a matter of differences between dietitians who work one-on-one with clients. I mean, there are dietitians who work in schools. There are dietitians who work consulting with companies. There are dietitians in government positions. So like, yeah, there's a vast field, and within it you have all our different ideologies. So I can understand why someone would be pretty confused as to what we do, because a lot of us are doing something different. So it's another challenge, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, and I think a lot of people think dietitians. Usually when she agrees with you, I think a lot of people think that dietitians just cook and we just eat food. Like that's all we do. It's just we're like chefs, or because what we post, I think a lot of times is either food related or it's health related. And there's a few other personal things in between. So like I always get in my practice, well, you just cook the food, right? You just cook all the food and create all the menus.
You guys also make great split screens.
Right.
Yes, that's you.
number one job.
Rage.
Yes.
Takes the hours. And I don't cook at all. I don't cook a damn thing ever at my job. Never. So I'm like, that's interesting. I worked here for 11 years and all you think I do is cook. Interesting.
Huh.
Yeah. I don't know. I know, Carrie, like that's something that you definitely specialize in, and that's something that you're passionate about, and you share great things that way. And so I don't know, like if your population thinks all you do is cook as well.
Mostly when I get clients, all they want me to do is give them a diet. To be honest, the first thing I say is I need to lose 15 pounds fast. I'm like, whoa, are you even listening to anything I say here? That's not what I'm promoting to you. Am I doing something wrong here? Which is irritating to me. But I do a lot of meal prep. I do a lot of food prep and learning to put meals together. That's kind of like the center of my practice. And I mean, my kids will say that I'm not good at it and they hate the food that I make, but I think it's pretty good. So I don't know. Yeah, I think it's different for everybody. There's dietitians who are doing businessy stuff for other dietitians, and ones that are cooking and other ones that are promoting products. So it's pretty varied out there. I guess it's just kind of what you're into, right?
Well, do you think then people that are like, hey, this dietitian didn't give me this quick fix diet, so now I'm going to go talk to Brittany Dawn because she can give me the diet that'll make me lose weight 15 pounds in 2 weeks.
Well, then go to her, and then when she doesn't respond to your emails and blocks you, don't come crawling back to me. What do you want me to say?
No, that's 100% agree with you. No.
What?
No, that's good repeat business. Yeah, tell her fuck off. Go over there. Yeah, try that. Oh, it didn't work. You're back. You charged her twice. Boom.
There you go. I guess.
Oh my God.
But I think that's what the problem is. I think that's where like people will come to us and we're realistic and they're not wanting that as their answer. So then they go find the person or the thing or the whatever that will give them that answer they're looking for.
Yeah. But in the end, it doesn't last. So do you want something that's long term, or do you want a quick fix and then to gain it all back in 2 months?
Right.
So,
and I 100% agree with you.
Dave, can you be my business coach? I like your ideas. Oh,
jeez.
Well,
I'll tell you my set price, and that's all I work for.
What is your set price?
I have to make it up.
All right. Well, come back to us in 3 months and let us know what that set price is.
But I want to see a business less.
No coupon codes for friends.
Nobody said anything about a business plan.
You don't have time for that. So has anyone out there tried celery juice? Like, I know that we haven't tried celery juice, but I've seen other dietitians promoting celery juice.
A lot.
And trying it.
No. Mm-hmm. Like promoting it, saying it's
not promoting it and saying it's
a viable option.
You should do this. No, but just trying out the trend and kind of just giving their feedback on it.
Oh, okay. I think that's valuable. I mean, I don't own a juicer, so that's something I can't experiment with. But man, I think eating celery is cool. Maybe I'm kind of old school 80s, have some celery, but
yeah, my mouth does the juicer thing.
Yeah, I've got a few teeth. It's cool.
Have you had anyone ask you about it? Has anyone asked you about doing it or helping?
I have.
I've had one person ask. Yeah.
I work next door to a nectar juice bar, and they're big on promoting their celery juice detox. And I usually go right in there after class, and I get a protein shake or whatever, and it just drives me insane. And I've had friends that have purchased the 3-day or the 5-day or the 7-day detox and kind of hide it from me because they don't want to hear me, give my opinion on it. And I'm not, unless I'm asked, I'm not going to give my opinion on it, but it's just so cringy. I don't know.
What does something like that cost for 7 days?
I have no idea. I could look it up for you. Give me a minute.
Yeah, I'm really, now I'm curious.
Wait, but up front, is it something that you guys should be saying? This is bullshit. You could just eat celery and you don't need to drink it first thing in the morning?
I mean, could, but
it's not sexy. That's not sexy.
No one wants to hear that you could eat the whole stalk. No one wants to hear that right now. I mean,
they want it in a pretty, they want it in a pretty container with a lovely straw that's perfectly juiced and ready to suck down.
Do they know celery is kind of awful?
Yeah, but they don't care.
Don't say that. The celery is delightful with chicken wings.
No, that's 100% right. So hot sauce, yo.
Right? I mean,
100%.
Give it a little cred. I'm sure you have it in your Bloody Mary. Give celery a little love.
No, that's true, but I'm never going to grind it up and say, I need a glass of fucking celery.
You know what sounds really refreshing right now?
Not a
tall glass of celery. Just to get things moving tomorrow morning. What?
Why don't we start hashtagging
and it
that?
Costs $7.
All right, guys. A 6-day celery detox. So 1 bottle per day is $36.
Oh,
you can do the 6-day or the 12-day. The 12-day is $72. Yeah. Yeah. What can I say?
Insane. Yeah. And there's people that, but then they'll go have cocktails and eat charcuterie that night. And
yeah. But they had their celery juice. That's all that matters, right?
I'm going to have my celery juice in the morning. It'll take care of all of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that really brings everything back to your sort of initial query here, Anne, which is how do we feel about this influence of quote unquote influencers and celebrities on the general population? And what a perfect example. It's that supermodels and people whose last names begin with the letter K are talking about celery juice. And then 2 weeks later, the place next door to where Carrie works is hawking it for $72 for 12 days. I mean, everything just seems to happen so much faster than than it did, say, I don't know, Ann, 10, 15 years ago. Would you say that's fair, that
sure.
trends just come by the month now?
Yeah. Totally. Absolutely. And and I know, Dave, you made a point about like, what is this thing with nutrition influencers? Like you have a beef with this, which I want to hear your thoughts.
First, I don't understand what the fuck an influencer is. What does that mean? Like, I don't ever go on anywhere and think, oh, this asshole's doing this. That sounds great. I should do, like, who the fuck does that? Like, I just
people do that.
Who? Like, I don't even understand what an influencer is. Like, Nicole, Carrie, we worked for Spartan. I don't know if they asked you to do this. But when I first had my initial meeting with Spartan, they asked me if I could add in my bio October influencer, something to that effect. Did you guys get that request as well?
I don't remember.
I do not recall. But I also despise the term, so...
So do I. I'm the same way. So as I'm on the phone with them doing the jerk off hand motion, I'm like, yeah, that sounds great. And I never did. But I don't even understand, like, who the fuck is, like, I don't understand why it's even a thing.
Well, because you're influencing people to do, Brittany Dawn is an influencer. She is influencing people to want to look like her.
But again, this is an education problem. This is stupid people, right?
I don't know.
I think it depends. Like, I think it depends how you look at the word too, and like what action are you influencing, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
I mean,
so
Carrie
might was a spokesperson, right?
Wait, what?
So you're a spokesperson, like Siggy's yogurt.
No, that's an ambassador.
Ambassador, yeah.
That's different.
Right, that's the same goddamn thing.
And you're not getting paid for that, by the way.
No.
You might get a tote bag. Yeah.
Because we all need more of those.
I need so many, especially after Fancy. I need a lot more tote bags. And maybe some coupons. I think also though, like, how do you look at the word influence? Like, like to play devil's advocate, maybe Carrie has influenced me to buy spandex. Not maybe, definitely. Like, I hope that my followers feel influenced to buy more beef. Like, I really hope that's happening. It doesn't make, like, do I think of myself as an influencer? Like, no, because I don't want to vomit in my mouth and call myself that. But I think, like, even on like a micro level, when you're talking about someone like me who doesn't even have 3,000 followers, like, I hope that, like, within my community, there's some kind of positive influence. Does that make sense?
Right.
It makes sense.
That's a
but
great
it's
way to look at it.
Pushing of an agenda that I don't think you're laser focused on. Like, there's obviously people that clearly focus on one agenda and just ruthlessly go after it.
Yeah. And so obviously, as you,
whether you're an ambassador or an influencer, right, it's the same thing.
Right. And then that's when brands start reaching out to you because you're having this influence on people and they want you to start promoting their brand. And then you kind of lose track of why you started your account, if we're talking social media, in the first place. So maybe you started to share, healthy foods and like beautiful breakfasts, and all of a sudden you're veering off and you're sharing something totally random about watches because you're now an influencer. I see it happen all the time on some of like the
what time it is.
The nutrition accounts that I follow, and I'm just like, what the fuck does this have to do with nutrition? Like, why am I even following this account anymore? So it just drives me crazy. That's like, and then you start seeing dollar signs, and that's when it's just like,
gross.
It's not intentional. It's not authentic anymore. Right. That's just my opinion, but saying. So yeah, there you go.
I have to I'll share a moment of honesty though. Like, sometimes I see some of these like really big influencers that I like for some reason have happened to breathe the same air as in person, and then I follow them and I see them I see them hashtag ad and they're like in bed with, I don't know, they're in bed with like a bunch of Oreos. And I'm like, man, that should be me. But I mean, it's never going to. Like, that's where the jealousy creeps in. If I'm going to be 1,000% honest, I'm like, man, why isn't Pop-Tarts filling a tub with me, jumping into it or something? I mean, just putting it out there, Captain Crunch, anything like that. But no, I totally see your point. Sometimes it's like, yeah, and I got here with my Chase Preferred. I'm like, what does this have to do with nutrition? Probably nothing. Yeah. So, yeah, gets a little icky somewhere.
Oh my gosh, I want to
But that's the point with, I mean, you can be who you are and you can like X, Y, and Z, but once it gets to the point where you're so laser fucking focused on your selling watches or your whatever the fuck else, that's where it takes the turn.
But like Nicole said, what if you really like something? Like, what if you really love, like she loves Pop-Tarts and she would love to be a person who was an influencer of Pop-Tarts? Like, what if you really stand by a product and you really love it? Like Nicole said, like, I love to promote beef. I hope that people are kind of jumping on board and getting some great information and knowledge from my post. So is that wrong?
Should we get a bathtub and fill it with beef for Nicole?
talks about beef and then switches over to Pop-Tarts? Like, is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, like, would that be wrong? Like, I love Pop-Tarts. Well, like, she's like, if you're really passionate about a product. So if you're really passionate about
Nicole,
Pop-Tarts
how much
and
beef
you're really
would you need in your bathtub to fill it?
I'm going to be honest, Dave. We're going to have to do that at your place. Once again, we're going to have to do a spouse swap because I knocked out all of my bathtubs for closet space. But
okay, I got you.
So go take the square footage on yours after you kick your children out of it, and
right.
Just do the math on fitting me into it and make it happen.
Let's do it.
But Anne, I see what you're saying there, but I mean, I don't know.
I know it crosses a line. I agree. Like it totally crosses the line because like you said, we see dietitians, they start out with all this great food and breakfast and then we're segueing into other things. But what if that person is really passionate about that Chase Visa card and they really want that to be part of their lives? Is that so wrong?
That's bullshit. They're getting paid for that, or they're getting some type of freebie off of that.
Carrie, get her.
Don't give me that.
Get her.
I'm not buying that part of it, but to each his own. I'm just gonna sit here and share my avocado toast in the morning. That's it.
I like that. I like that about you, that you're genuine that way. Absolutely.
Carrie's totally in bed with Big Avocado.
What? What?
Carrie's in bed with Big Avocado.
Totally.
Oh, hello.
So we got Nicole in a bathtub of meat. We've got Carrie in a bathtub of avocados.
And
Dave, what are you in a bathtub of?
Nope.
Kale. Dave's in kale.
Oh, God.
Can we air fry the kale so I have little kale chips?
I'll massage it for you, Dave. It'll be very comfortable.
Oh, geez.
No, Dave. So, Dave, what would you be in a bathtub of? If you had to be an influencer for something, what would you jump in a bathtub for?
That's a dumb supermodels. Like porn stars, like
sausage,
money.
Money.
What about you, Anne?
What would I? Gosh, I don't know. I don't know if I love anything that much besides myself. I don't know.
What about fondue? You like cheese?
Fondue? Me in a bathtub of cheese. I could probably be in a bathtub of.
Wait, would you clone yourself and be in a bathtub with yourself?
Yeah, maybe.
See, we're onto something.
Yes.
Maybe my cat and I would be in a bathtub. I love kitties.
Sounds more dangerous.
ARL. I'll be promoting the ARL and saving lives of animals.
Oh my gosh.
No, I don't know. Like, I'm not saying there are some things I very much I love. What? Don't turn on the water.
Turn on the water if the cat's
loves
in there.
water.
That doesn't.
She loves water. She does. She gets in the shower and waits for me to turn it on, and she loves it. Yeah.
Oh.
Anyway, she does. I know. She's sitting here staring at me like I'm crazy. But I just think that sometimes it's okay to like certain things, but just not sell yourself out for certain things. And I think it's important to have an educational piece with it. Yeah. Like Nicole, you are very much sharing beef's story and beef's education. And I think that's super important to be part of.
But if I were going to get in a tub, just to clarify, it wouldn't be beef because food safety is a concern. So don't be mad. Don't be mad if it's Captain Crunch or Oreos or
leggings.
Spandex. Yes. If it's something along those lines, I don't want you guys to think I sold out because I love those things too. So I just have to think,
right,
what's going to be pleasant smelling? Yeah.
But so as far as influencing, I guess like, I don't know. I feel like maybe there needs to be a better definition. And maybe it's in our profession of maybe we need to have a better definition of what ethically classifies us as being okay and not walking the line on being an influencer.
Yeah. Agreed.
I don't know. Dave, does that help you kind of figure out what we are or what influencers are?
I'm with Nicole. I just hate the word. It hits my gag reflex.
So is ambassador better?
No, it's the same word.
No,
it's the same thing.
Even if you don't get paid for it?
No, it just sounds more pompous.
Ambassador? Oh. Yeah.
You're a more pompous influencer.
Dave, what would you rather?
I would like a sash.
Yeah.
A sash?
I want a sash.
What would you rather scream as your safe word? Ambassador or influencer?
See, if you need the safe word, you want something shorter, so you have to say influencer.
You're right.
Like, I don't want to be choking out ambassador if I'm getting ball gagged and whatever. No, it's got to be short and punchy. You got to have 1 or 2 syllables at most. You can't go over that.
Dave, they're both the same amount of syllables.
Ambassador. Yeah, they are.
Oh, look at that. Carrie.
God, she's right again.
I feel like influencer spits out faster than ambassador. I feel like ambassador, you're stretching it out.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you could triple over that one. Okay.
Can we go with that?
Yeah. Got it. Noted.
That sounds fair.
Carrie, where are the accent marks on each word, on each syllable?
Whatever.
So after our conversation about all of this, with the whole streamlining of, hey, it's National Nutrition Month, it's Registered Dietitian Day, and we're talking about influencers. So when we think about this upcoming month, what do we want to portray during National Nutrition Month? What do we really want to make it be about when it comes to what we want to kind of focus on as dietitians and people that love food? Dave, which is you. Would you love food? What would you make it be about if it was your choice?
Nicole.
I know, Nicole, you said making dietitians be the nutrition experts.
Yeah, I think that's the academy's focus. I think personally we could all do a little bit of a better job of promoting our existing food system as being safe, as offering wholesome, nutritious choices, and as being something we can trust instead of fear. And where our nutrition starts where our food comes from, right? If we didn't have farmers, if we didn't have technology, if we didn't have all the tools that they use every day, we'd have nothing to eat. So, I think for me, as much as it's about nutrition, it kind of always starts with the farmers who bring that to us. And it's always at the forefront of my mind.
That's good.
Carrie, yeah. I always say food it's not nutrition if there's no food. So
yeah.
It's a very good principle.
I think the thing I've been really focusing on is kind of the whole food fear, or making out one food group or macronutrient or anything really to be bad versus, you know, focusing on a whole foods diet or cutting something out completely from your diet, that kind of thing. That's kind of where my focus is right now, just based on like what I'm seeing with my clients. So I think that's going to kind of be the area that I focus on, is not fearing food. Like today, my post was about, you know, how innocent kids are, talking about what's your third favorite ice cream kind of thing.
Loved that.
You know, that kind of stuff. So that's, I don't know, that's kind of where I'm focusing, is not fearing food, kind of learning to just embrace it, to eat it, what it's for, what its purpose is, and then going from there. So does that make sense?
Yes, I love it.
Okay. That's great. Dave, if you had to share the good love of food during National Nutrition Month, besides Food Fetish Friday, what would you do? What would you?
Let me back up twice real quick.
Kale.
First, Carrie, I am not letting you put a wedge between me and all the ice creams. I'm not going to fucking rank you and play your little game. So that's first. After that, I feel like you guys aren't even visible. Like, I feel like that's the challenge. The challenge is you guys aren't even at the fucking table. Dieting's a fucking multi-billion-dollar industry. Oh, we just robbed the liquor store.
Yeah, whoa.
Sirens.
Oh, that's
Sirens.
That's Long Beach. Never a dull moment.
But dieting's a multi-billion-dollar a year industry, and I don't hear dietitians even at the fucking table. I don't know if are dietitians, and I don't mean this is being a snarky asshole, are dietitians, like, do you think you're above being in the conversation of like the bullshit diets and saying that they're bullshit? Or I don't understand why it's not even an area that's even heard from.
Oh, I mean, I'm not afraid to call bullshit on something at all. I'll call bullshit on all kinds of things, but I guess it's just a matter of I pick and choose my battles. If somebody asks me, I have no problem saying it, but I'm not going to go out there looking for a fight. Do you know? You know what I mean? Like, well, I don't want to be that person. I guess.
No, not you, the industry, though, right?
Yeah, there are definitely dietitians.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead, Nicole.
No, I think there are. I think there are some better known dietitians who like do have a seat at that table and work pretty diligently to dispel myths and sort of call out fact from fiction. It's a small handful of them. And I guess like whoever gets to that table first, like those are the names you're going to know. And they've been at it a long time. They got there first. They earned it. They've been doing it for 20 years. So I think we're at that. There is space at that table, but us calling bullshit doesn't make anyone money. And I think that's why we're not like part of that industry. You know what I mean? I don't think that industry wants us too badly unless we're willing to sell out.
Isn't that an answer to the PR problem though? Like somebody really big gets up there. So like I can't name a famous dietitian. I can name famous people that pitch fucking diets. Isn't that part of the problem?
Yeah, I guess they're famous too. I guess sometimes we need to step out of our dietitian bubble and maybe realize these people aren't actually famous. They're famous to us. Would you say that, Anne, Carrie?
Yeah, agreed.
Unfortunately.
But that's the issue.
Yeah, I guess if Dave doesn't know about them, that's a good point.
Yeah, that's
seriously,
kind of good.
Ambassador.
Dave, you're a dietitian ambassador.
You are, Dave. Think about it.
But I feel like you guys could be so much bigger, like the whole industry, and by definition, you guys too in that, right? Like you guys could have a much bigger voice. You guys could fucking have a voice. Like I don't think dietitians have a voice.
We're getting there, all right?
We are, and maybe we need PR people. Maybe we do.
Dave,
maybe we need that. PR test.
Dave, are you busy? Are you doing anything?
Are you ready for a career change?
Always. Always.
Take me right to the top, Dave. I'm waiting.
Number one dietitian, courtesy of PR specialist Dave Sherotski.
Listen here, motherfuckers. I got some ideas.
Oh, geez.
That's my opening pitch.
We could definitely talk about those in our next Mocktails, Cocktails, and Conversation for sure. Which will be our last one before we do our in-person one.
Yay.
So I'm excited for that. Especially for our four-way. I think we had a great conversation today.
So much fun.
I hope that it was fun. It was fun. And I love having these conversations about topics that affect all of us in a way. I know, Dave, maybe it's a little bit more of a dietitian thing, but I appreciate
I'm just
your
glad you all let me drink
thoughts.
and run my mouth in this thing. That's awesome. You guys are good.
Well, we appreciate you being hopped up on caffeine.
And other
hopped up on caffeine with a new baby.
Right.
But I think we all should celebrate National Nutrition Month. I think it is important. I think even Dave should have a Food Fetish Friday for National Nutrition Month. Now that you know about it, I think that would be a great idea. And I like how Carrie and Nicole are focusing on the food part of it because it's more about food. And I am as well than nutrition because we can't have nutrition without food. And I think that's a very good message.
True.
Yeah. Well, friends, I want to say cheers to you all and thank you for taking time for this awesome conversation. And we will resume our four-way in July. So
Rest up,
to be
ladies.
continued.
Yay.
Yay.
I think about our conversation today, and there was a lot of great food for thought, no pun intended. As National Nutrition Month continues, how do we as registered dietitians get our seat at the table? How can we be more known in our areas of expertise? And how can we just tell people and let people know that we really do know what we're talking about? I appreciate Carrie and Nicole's thoughts, as well as having Dave share his as a dietitian ambassador of sorts. And at the end of the day, it's our responsibility to keep being present and making opportunities for ourselves to be known as the nutrition experts. So make sure to get out there this month and really showcase all the great stuff that you're doing. Remember to be great always, find the joy in each day, and to start a conversation that truly matters.